Have you ever thought to yourself, man, there is no good anime to watch? First of all, you don't think that. You are smart. And you know that there are always good anime just lurking around to be found out. By you, the handsome and daring explorer. Second of all, if you do think there is no good anime to watch, then I've made a list to prove you wrong. So take that, idiot. But for real, I did a list of somewhat recent anime that are in somewhat polarizing genre or have themes that just don't vibe with some people. Even in my list, these topics are not equal and some of them are more popular than others. I just wanted to have a cool theme for a video and I had a bunch of anime that I wanted to talk about but don't want to dedicate a whole video to do, so here we are. But I've tried to somewhat order them that we begin and end with a very popular topic that should not turn any anime goer off. I mean, if you hate cute girls do cute things and slice of life anime, then it's not the medium's fault. And I think you can find the problem staring back at the mirror. Something general about this anime before we start. 3 of them are anime originals, 1 light novel adaptation and 1 manga adaptation. All of them have my anime list rating lower than 8, and I would personally rank all of them at least 8. I was especially surprised on one of them in how low the rating was. All of them have varying degrees of popularity, and I'm certain that you've watched or at least heard about few of them. You could also put them all under cute girls doing cute things label if you really stretch the definition. And it made me realize that I didn't think this list through, but shut up, we ball. I would go as far to say that these are good entry-level anime. Maybe I wouldn't recommend them to someone new to anime, but if you know someone who perhaps just started following their first seasonal anime and wants some recommendations for those quiet days, then this list is perfect. Enough yapping. We begin with tried and true theme, the bedrock of the anime industry, and one of the most treasured themes of all time. The notorious, the enormous, the legendary cute girls doing cute things. Ooh, well look at that. Gondola Melia once again recommending a music anime with cute girls. Tell us what the gimmick is this time and play a different tune, you poser. Now hold your horses, because first of all, we still have an idol show coming up, and this is not cute girls doing cute things with music, but with something much more. Just observe. For some reason, Rolling Girls is also the lowest rated and the least popular anime in this list, according to my anime list, which just baffles me. I didn't expect this to be under 8, let alone under 7. Am I out of touch? No, it's the Mali users that are wrong. It's also the oldest one, and we can all have a nice 10-year anniversary rewatch together in 5 months. Don't let it set in. So what is Rolling Girls actually about? Well, it's about rolling, falling, scrambling girls. For others, for themselves, even if they're destined to be a mob. In other words, rolling, rolling, rolling. Actually, it's about post-war Japan getting split into 10 prefectures that slowly start to drift apart. Not that war, a different war. The Great Tokyo War, and the Twin Tower Declaration, oh boy, which was supposed to keep up the peace by having the best sort out all the grievances with words, but mostly with fists. Rolling Girls was compared a lot to Kill la Kill, which finished airing a year before. Don't let it set in, don't let it set in. But I feel that it's a bit of unfair comparison. While yes, they are both action, but I wouldn't classify Kill la Kill as cute girls doing cute things anime, and it veers very closely to ecchi, whereas Rolling Girls is wholesome fun. Which I think explains the low my anime list score a bit. People came looking for another Kill la Kill, but were left disappointed. Rolling Girls has a lot of great qualities like the absolutely beautiful animation and especially these watercolor backgrounds, and it's not the only one on the list. And they really give this anime a rather familiar but very unique look. The comedy and characters were more often hits than misses, and some of the gags were so funny that I wanted them to keep those guys around so I could laugh some more. Oh good heavens, I haven't explained what the story actually is. In this world there are the best and the rest. The best are superheroes and villains who wield extraordinary power that literally blew the rest away. It's okay, they're used to it. We follow our ragtag group of rolling girls, Nozomi, Chiaya, Yukina and I, who travel between our prefectures solving problems that people have left for Matcha Green. Unfortunately, Matcha Green is out of commission, so our girls will have to do all of that without any superpowers outside of the strongest of them all, friendship. On the way they meet interesting characters and their bond deepens as they keep on rolling. Our girls try to collect these moonlight stones that appear when people do amazing things, and collect as many of them as they can, but things keep getting in their way. We spent half the season following our main cast and a couple of strong supporting characters before the bigger plot reveals itself. No spoilers here, but if you want to take something from Rolling Girls, then take this. Even when larger than life figures are fighting, the smallest of us can make a difference, with kind words or with daring heroics. Which studio really cooked with this one, and I highly recommend Rolling Girls. Let's move on to our only music anime, and let's talk about idols. Oh baby, let's see what I've dug up for you.
このまんまじゃお前らゾンビなんか3億年かかってもアイドルになれんぞ。そんな残念ゾンビなお前たちが次にやるのはこれじゃ。
You probably already know something about Zombieland Saga. It is the most popular and its sequel is the best rated show in this list, so along with my middle school pick, it's probably my most predictable choice. So what differentiates Zombieland Saga from other idol shows? Well, unlike other idol shows, where all the idols are cheerful but dead inside, Zombieland Saga pulls a switcheroo, and this time the idols are dead outside and only sometimes inside. Joking aside, Zombieland Saga is not a parody nor a satire. It's a proper idol show that is not afraid to show its heart, literally at points. We mostly focus on Sakura, who gets hit by a truck. But this is no ordinary anime truck. Instead of ending up in another world, she just dies. 10 years later, she wakes up as a zombie, and after adjusting to her new reality, she is recruited by Kotaro to be part of a legendary zombie idol group. You know it's fiction when our girls have to hide the fact they are zombies. If this was reality, there would be simps lining up for their bone marrow. 絶対優勝するっちゃけん。飛べ！Sakura is joined by the legendary delinquent Saki, the legendary Tae, the legendary idols Junko and Ai, that's another I in this video, the legendary courtesan Chugiri, and the legendary child actress Lily, who all tragically passed away, but have been given a new chance at life, well, unlife. Kotaro, their manager, is also a great character, and if you're looking for someone like Reigen from Mob Psycho, then he is your man. The group tries to balance their new life and hiding their past identity and the fact that they are, you know, zombies. The actual idol segments are cute as well, and I won't spoil you how each of our girls met their fate, but some of them were absolutely metal and tragic, usually both. Watch as they practice for the idol shows, random gigs, and really soak in the actual performances. The idol bits are great, and it wouldn't be an idol show without any of those, and thankfully Zombieland Saga has plenty. As you might expect, there are consequences when you bring someone recognizable back to life, and most of the comedy and drama is built upon that premise. I'm not ashamed to say that Zombieland Saga brought me to edge of tears, and it was an enjoyable ride from start to finish. It also made me laugh out loud at several points. And Zombieland Saga does comedy just as well as it does drama. Zombieland Saga also has a rule that you must follow. Instead of the 3-episode rule, Zombieland Saga has an 8-episode rule. If you aren't hooked after 8 episodes, then you might as well finish it. And then pick up the sequel because hey, you already got so far. Well, maybe you're not that into idols. And all that talk about love and happiness, well, don't worry. My next category has nothing of that sort and... fuck. Anyway, let's talk about love. Girls' love, that is.
学校の屋上でサボっている生徒を見かけるけど、屋上で昼寝なんかしたら肌が日差しに焼けて大変だ。教室ではそろそろ3時間目の授業が始まる頃か。授業をサボりがちな私とほとんど学校に来ていなかった足立は偶然ここで会ってなんとなく行動を共にすることが多くなった。
Did you love the dynamic in Liz and the Bluebird and want to see more of that? Here you go, 12 episodes of What the Doctor Ordered. That's the end of my review. Okay. Obviously, there is a lot more to it than that, but that is how I first got interested in Adachi and Shimamura. And I believe that the earlier tagline sells the show rather well. But I will add to that. Instead of Misore and Nozomi, we instead have two characters that are two different levels of Misore. This might be already all you need to know if you will love or hate this show. We follow, well, Adachi and Shimamura as they fumble their high school life as delinquents, skipping classes to play some ping pong, and slowly bond over the fact that they don't really have any friends. Well, Adachi doesn't, but we will get to that. I also mean it when I say slow. This anime is a slow burn, and to set up your expectations a bit, there is no decisive moment in their relationship in season 1. But the signs are all there, and if this somehow turns into Yuri bait, I swear to God, I will never get invested in any Yuri relationship ever again. Anyway, Nare is looking mighty good right about now.
何？
こっちの方がいいかも。
そう？
こっち向いて寝ると島村の匂いがするから。
え？私体臭きつい？
Adachi and Shimamura both have different levels of social anxiety and both have hard time making any friends. Adachi doubly so, since Shimamura actually has some friends and most of the drama is built upon that. Adachi is such a hermit that when she sees Shimamura interacting with other girls, she falls into a spiral of depression and conjures up wild scenarios how Shimamura does not care about her at all. This is not true, of course, as we the audience know that Shimamura can't really connect with people and sees them mostly as grey blobs. This is what makes this show both enjoyable and frustrating, and you would just hope that they could just open up and share their feelings.
いい子の足立ちゃんにはお姉ちゃんからプレゼントをあげよう。
I said frustrating, but that is because I'm invested in their relationship, and whenever I watch this show, I'm cheering for these idiots to just get on with it. This is definitely not a negative point towards the show, and it's exactly why I enjoyed the show so much. I signed up for a slow burn, and by God, I'm slowly getting it. I'm cheering at every little point when Adachi and Shimamura open up to each other. There are other characters worth noting like Shimamura's friends Hino and Nagafuji, who are having a bit of a tease, Shimamura's little sister, and lastly, possibly the most controversial character, Shigama. Not because she's a terrible character or anything, it's just that she adds a lot of sci-fi elements to the show. You know, outside of this ET reference. I was a bit iffy about the said elements, but by the end, I wouldn't have it any other way. I just want season 2. Please, Tezuka Productions, I beg of you. Also, the opening is an absolute banger. Crunchyroll, why haven't you uploaded this one yet? Get on with it!
島村がお羊座だとすると、私の天秤座とは相性が最悪だったはず。
You know, this anime was a bit drama heavy. So why don't we relax and let's see if we can find a middle schooler who also tries to make friends.
ないと休み時間終わっちゃうわよ。
Here is my experience with Hitori Bocchi no Maru Maru Seikatsu retold. One day I decided to pick up the 4 and after reading the first 2 chapters I thought to myself, this shit is cute, I should check out the anime. After finishing the anime I thought to myself, this shit was so cute, I should go back and read the 4 and after I was done with the 4 I thought to myself, this shit was doubly cute. Second season when?
最後の作戦。人類はみんな友達。終わった。
We follow Hitori Bocchi, who has been a bit forgotten ever since another Bocchi took her spotlight. But don't forget about Bocchi, since she is just as nervous wreck as Bocchi. Okay, that's a bit confusing. Bocchi joins middle school and her childhood friend and frankly the only friend, Kai, tells her that she has to befriend every single person in her new class or Kai will no longer be Bocchi's friend. Thankfully, Bocchi summons whatever courage she has and manages to make her first friend Nako, just because she happened to sit in front of Bocchi. Every single person in Bocchi's new class has one defining character trait. For example, Aru, who is unlucky and always comes second. Incidentally, she is the second friend Bocchi makes. Or Sotoka, who came to Japan to become a ninja, and since Bocchi uses her anxiety to boost her evasion skills, she instantly assumes that Bocchi is a master ninja and demands that Bocchi teaches her the ways of the shinobi.
何もいませんでした。
This is literally the whole anime, and the manga for that matter. And depending how much you enjoy the humor and the characters with few emotional moments sprinkled in, then it should be easy for you to determine after 3 episodes if it's for you. Much like the other Bocchi show, this Bocchi is fun to have around, with very supportive new friends, and it does bring me great joy to watch her fumble and somehow succeed with her new journey. Sometimes you just need some good old-fashioned fun and drama-free story to cleanse your palate. Highly recommended. And don't forget about Bocchi.
ぼっち。わっはっは。
わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっはっは。わっ
So slice of life. And after our last pick, I could use another anime where the main character has the same name as the title of the show. So let's see what anime we got as our last but certainly not least. Do it yourself. Proves once again that even with all this technology around, the greatest feeling one can have is to build something by yourself. The most recent entry in this list, and it's only 2 years old, so I was very surprised to find that it was this unpopular on my anime list. Studio Pine Jam's original anime is in the running for the best animated show in this list, and that's saying something, when this list also includes Studio Mappa and Wit Studio. This anime could be summed up as a cute girls use power tools, and it's both endearing and frightening. The story centers around the do-it-yourself club that is fallen on hard times, and it's looking for new members, and thankfully there are plenty of those. We follow Yua Serufu, who has a really convenient name, who keeps fumbling and tumbling, and she needs to be patched up constantly. She has no evil thought in her brain, and is a perfect protagonist for a show like this. Her childhood friend Pudding is perhaps one of the best written tsunderes, and a good reason to check this show out just to see why people like tsunderes at all.
私は猫アレルギーで犬アレルギーで豚アレルギーでセルフアレルギーだな。
Rei, the handywoman, and the president of the do-it-yourself club. Takumi, a timid classmate of Serufu. Chopko, a transfer student from America who accidentally joins the wrong private school because kanji doesn't make any goddamn sense, and I'm glad someone said it. Kokoro, an energetic classmate of Pudding who joins up the club even though she goes to a different school. Finally, there is a Hoketsu sensei who has no favorites on my anime list. How is that even possible? The advisor of the DOI club and the school nurse who constantly patches up Serufu. Everything is very low stakes and very comfy, just as a good slice of life should be. The animation is also amazing, and the watercolor backgrounds from Rolling Girls make a return. Early in the series, the group decides to build a treehouse, and what follows is this 5-second shot of a movie quality animation that comes out of absolutely nowhere. There is no other word for it. It's beautiful. To fund the treehouse, our girls devise a clever do-it-yourself solutions to craft pendants and other jewelry, ingenious ways to get the necessary lumber, and other solutions to try and buy the remaining materials for the treehouse. The journey is filled with lots of positive vibes, supportive friends, sweat and hard work, and just a bit of setbacks and emotional beats, giving it a perfect blend of material to work with. Do It Yourself is a perfect anime to just watch an episode once a day, or if you need some healing in your life after a hard day. It's exactly what it says on the paint can, and I would highly recommend it to anyone. So that was the list. I hope I wasn't too predictable with these picks and hope you found something new to try out. Truth to be told, I kept choosing very approachable anime and in genres and themes that are rather omnipresent. If not in anime then in manga. Give them at least a try. At worst you lose some of your time, and at best you find something that speaks directly to you. Links to official sources are down below, and you should have no trouble weaving them, outside of Rolling Girls, depending on where you live. Thank you for watching, and I want to do a bigger video about a certain sports anime, so that will take a while. In the meantime, I might upload some tier list videos about certain anime universe, and if the video takes too long to make, then I will also do a tier list of the final rankings for summer 2024 anime. Hope to see you next time.